Um, Victoria said she was running behind. Joe said 5 minutes. Um, and Mr. Movin said, he's got his eye surgery, so um, he might have felt he might have went back to sleep on it, took a nap or something. Is the G-Man ever going to join us? Have you tried to text anybody, Brett?
Hey guys.
Hey.
Excuse me. How's it going?
Eating a candy bar. So pretty good.
Ooh. What time do we start?
Half hour ago.
Oh, is it usually 4?
Yeah.
Is Putin not on again?
No, he's here.
Is he
If
here?
he's not answering, then he must have stepped away from keyboard. But he's here.
Oh yeah, he's in
Victoria
the.
said she's running. Sorry, Victoria said she's running a little bit behind, and Lucas said he'll be about 5 minutes.
Okay.
But so.
Yeah, I could be on roll 20. I just and I can see a bit, so I can I can do stuff, but with the patch over my eye, it pretty much really limits what I can do today.
You
I
can't
didn't know
hear
if I
my
was gonna.
chewing, can you?
What was that?
You can't hear me chewing, can
Oh
you?
yes, we can.
Oh shit! Sorry. I pulled it away from my mouth. That's what's weird. Like I had the speaker in my ear, but pulled the mic away from my mouth.
I can't hear it anymore.
My bad. I hate that sound, so I don't want to put you through it. But I'm glad you can see a little bit, man.
Well, all right. So they did the surgery today, and like, all right. So my left eye's kind of jacked, right? It's basically I can see out of it, but it just looks like everything's like underwater. So it's like almost like it's wavy. And until they fix that, I have to deal with that. So with my right eye totally covered, I'm only using my left eye, which it looks like I'm underwater. So I I have everything magnified on my computer, and I could read names and things like that, but it's still, I also have I have like a 30 something inch monitor, like I don't know, 36-inch, I think it is.
Is that like a problem they can take care of? The
Oh
waviness?
yeah. Like they just fixed my right eye, which means once I get this patch off tomorrow, I'll be able to see. And like right after the surgery, before they put the patch on, I was able to see really well. So I mean,
Gotcha.
and to be able to see that well right after the surgery is pretty good.
So how come your left eye's like that? Are they going to fix
Well,
that one too?
it's issues that I've been dealing with over the years. So I don't know why yet. There was a film that had developed behind my lens in my left eye, and
Damn.
that had really limited like what I could see. Like it pretty much darkened it and made it to where I couldn't really see out of it. Right. So they
Right.
used lasers about what 3 weeks ago or so to kind of poke holes in it to basically destroy that. Like you make a big hole into that film. So now
Okay.
my I could actually see out more, which did help.
Gotcha.
It didn't clear it entirely, but it did help. So I've been taking drops for it and stuff like that over the last 3 weeks. So I'm going to see the doctor tomorrow for post op surgery, for my right, and
Right.
he'll
Hmm.
look at my left then at that time and see
Okay.
what we may need to do. But
Okay.
with that film on my right eye or my left eye, my eye started to get lazy where it didn't want to try to focus with my right eye anymore because it couldn't really see out that well, right? So
Okay.
it almost like it felt like it didn't need to try to move with my right eye, right? So what happened is
Oh.
is I started using just my right eye for everything. My left eye kind of
Oh
just said,
shit.
I'm just going to sit here and not do shit, right?
That sucks.
So that's what happened. But once he opened up the film on that left eye, it started to focus now. It's starting to want, even with the cataract on my right eye, it started to want to work with that right eye. So, because it was seeing more,
Okay.
so it was trying to focus on stuff. So I was getting like weird double vision at sometimes. So I would have to like
Damn.
kind of like shake my head. But now with my right eye being totally going to be open and good, it should focus really well now, which is going to be good.
That's better, man. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, I don't know if I was wondering if that's what you had was cataracts. My
Well,
grandmother, I don't know.
all of this comes from being a diabetic and
Oh shit.
letting it run rampant for so long. So if anyone is even pre-diabetic, don't ignore it.
My
That's all I'll
mother's
say.
diabetic, and she's worn glasses her whole life, and she's
Well,
never.
glasses are different because like the outside of, basically most people's vision for like glasses is because of the curvature on the outside of the eye, right? So
Okay.
they could fix that. Like my wife had wore contact most of her life, but they had did LASIK, and what they basically do is they just trim down that curvature on the outside, which it makes the vision different. So it doesn't like a magnifying glass is curved. That's what makes it a magnifying glass, right? So your eye is pretty
Right.
much the same thing. So if they trim that magnifying glass or that curvature a bit, it makes your vision different. They could screw up
Oh
your vision or,
shit.
or enhance it. So that's the outside of the eye. That really doesn't have anything to do with diabetes. Diabetes is in the interior of the eye. It starts to screw with
Gotcha.
the back of your eye, like the retina that is actually
Well,
like that sees everything.
that's what I was saying. Like my mom, I'm saying she's never really had like that serious of issues, but my grandmother. See, what's crazy is my mom's a worse diabetic. She's like brittle. I mean, like juvenile diabetes, had it since she was 12. I've dealt with it my
Right,
whole life, like bad, up and
right.
down. She could go from
Are
like
you diabetic at all?
seriously. No, I'm not,
Okay.
thankfully,
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah. Just
I mean,
keep an eye on it. Just keep an eye on it.
oh,
It's
I've, and the thing is like I know that like I've had hypoglycemic moments where I knew that my sugar was low,
right.
and and I wouldn't like if I didn't know what diabetes was, I would have had no idea what was going on,
Oh yeah.
like like
I've had
just
times like
really
I like
weird and like
it's
out
like
of
weird
it,
because like when you take insulin, it's basically you're lowering your sugar levels because your insulin's gonna move the sugar along, right? So
Yeah,
when like I would take insulin and sometimes my sugars would drop really low. Like I'd be sleeping and I would wake up in the middle of the night feeling like almost like I didn't belong in my own body, like an
yep,
alien.
I know what you
And
mean, dude.
yeah, and you feel a little lightheaded, you feel a little blurry vision, maybe a little dizzy. You
Almost
feel you
drunk
feel
in a
like your
way.
skin is not yours. And
Yeah,
and then it's like, oh shit. Then
it's
you
like
have
a
to
trip, dude.
it is.
Like
Then you just you take some sugar. Good. All right, who are
what's
we
that,
waiting for? We're
Victoria?
waiting for Victoria. Who was it?
G-Man,
Segment 004.
I messaged him and asked him if he was going to be joining us today, and he hasn't answered or anything, so.
All right,
Okay,
we're
hey,
gonna be.
Maester Moven.
Yeah.
I still don't even know your real name.
Oh, well, my real name's Dean, but on Discord and all that, I go by Technobabble.
Okay, that's cool. I didn't know how to address you. Well, I just didn't know how to address him, so.
We don't care.
Right, Kevin.
I was gonna forget.
Anyway, I want to keep talking to you about that though, like after this is done, because that's.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later.
For sure.
Oh wait, who did? Oh, that's pretty cool, man. I like how you put the
collage.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
Yeah, dude, I thought it was cool too. I like how it's all positioned with the flag and everything.
Was he not here last week?
He doesn't even respond to messages at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, if you're going to be right, if someone's responsive and at least says, "Oh, sorry, I got something going on, or I got this going on, or this going on," and has, but if they're not even going to respond, then it's like, well, why bother? All right, are we still waiting for? Are we waiting for Victoria?
yeah.
I found it, but I'm not watching it. I'm gonna wait until after because there's some that I missed when I lost my VPN last week, so I want to check that out.
Yeah. I think watching a stream me playing a bit too meta for me.
Yeah, I don't want to watch myself.
I'm like Deadpool.
You're not as cool. Is that it? Or psychotic? All right, I just opened up the Roll20.
Oh yeah, I should probably do that too. Huh?
Okay, welcome to
Dude,
the
I like
second
how
episode
it
of
seems like certain
A Song of Ice
characters.
and Fire and Blood.
Ooh.
I am your GM, Red K, no relation. Yeah, would someone like to give us a recap?
I think one of the people that were in the actual fighting should do that. Anyone?
What was that?
He wants a recap of what happened last week. And I think someone that was actually involved in the fighting should probably do that. since I stayed home as a maester.
Okay.
All right. So the main party, yes, in our father's hall, a few petitioners came in. A couple of them were going on about wildlings south of the wall, so we went off and took care of them while also dealing with a local farmer, I think, who was selling weapons to them. So we dealt with them without any casualties, so that all went better than expected. And there was a maester who wanted to investigate some ruins nearby, but we waited to got rid of the things first.
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit.
Oh my god, dude.
Is anyone else breaking up at all?
You sound good,
That's
but everybody
no.
else a little. Well, no.
That would
I
be
look
no.
good too, but you guys can't see me, obviously.
That would be no.
No, well, you can't see yourself either.
Low blow,
Aaron
man.
comes
Low
in
blow.
well too.
Low blow. All right. Make fun of the blind guy.
Yeah, we had 4 guests come to our, or 4
Advocates of
people come
some.
to visit us. There was the first one. It was the farmer complaining that his wife was kidnapped. Or the second one was a woman that had some orphans that needed settling. Then the third one was the maester that was mentioned earlier.
Right. And then
Might be checking it.
the fourth one, I think, was someone else with sightings of wildlings.
That would be the master of the hunt.
It was our hunt master or something. A member of our house combined with the first one to mention the wildlings that had raided. And that was
That
when
would
we
be
went
the
off
master of the hunt.
a secret cache of weapons.
Hey, Brett.
Forged steel.
Hey, Brett. Something's up
we
with
had
your voice. It's a little loud. Like,
Oh,
I don't know
sorry.
what it is. It's like.
I'm using my mic. The microphone that's not attached to my headset. It's an actual just microphone, so
It's a little better. Yeah, that's a little better now. I just, I didn't want it to be like that the whole session.
Here
So
we go. Come on.
go ahead. And then the last one was
Man.
where it was with the wildlings as well. So 2 of the 4 obviously were for dealing with wildling raiders.
battle. I got cut off in between, so I didn't know exactly what was going on. My VPN collapsed, but I come back and everything seemed to be pretty cool. It said how we won without any casualties, so that went well. I knew that part.
okay.
The mechanics of how that went down.
Yeah. Okay. Now the recap. It is the following day after you got back from the battle. And your father is having court. First Commissioner Wazel these guys.
So we're doing court again, right?
Azaway, a red priest. I used the wrong picture for this one.
Red priest, huh?
Victoria's online. She's in roll 20. She should be here soon.
Cool.
Yeah, do you want to hold off? You want to hold off a minute?
Okay, I'm gonna for a minute.
Well, my roll 20 finally loaded. Jesus, it took forever. My internet is just so slow today. Or not even today. It's just been like the past hour.
I think
god-awful.
if we're going to be streaming, we should also probably try to be here like 15 minutes early each time. If, that way we can make sure that, we're on time. Especially if like you're going to be streaming it, because people are going to be expecting it at that time,
Yeah, I usually schedule it. I probably shouldn't be... Yeah, we're still streaming, by the way. So anybody, I think there's like 3 people watching. For the 3 people watching, yeah, we're waiting for someone. So
It's probably us.
oh,
It's probably us watching. We're watching ourselves. Kind of weird.
It's hilarious.
I'm going to go grab a cup of coffee real quick while we're waiting for Victoria.
All right.
I do the same thing.
Did we have wealth points left that we had to invest, or did we take care of that?
yeah.
Was that a yeah? Sorry, my it lags sometimes.
You had 13 wealth. It's in the handout.
Okay. I mean, if that still needs invested, I don't know. We could probably just take care of it all when we do the holdings, or I don't know. It's kind of a group decision. I like our land size, man. Our land size is pretty decent. Matching House Martell's control of Dorne.
Use those for assessment because they're kind of off.
We could probably up our population a little bit. I want to get our defense up to 40. Because that gives us a castle, right? Is that what you said? Excuse me. I need to invest in a mic for my computer. That's what I really need to do. Stop using my phone. Well,
Okay, sorry about that.
all good. Still haven't heard from Victoria yet. As I was asking Brett, now that you're here, I think we still have, he said, 13 wealth points left to distribute.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to do something with that. What can we buy with wealth? I haven't really read that portion of the book yet, obviously because of my eyes. But so what can we get with wealth? I think we can buy soldiers and stuff, right? Is that right?
Nope. Soldiers is power. You can buy upgrades for things or stuff.
Oh, that's power. All right.
Oh, I think one thing that Victoria was talking about was tolls. Tolls is a good one. And then
what about the academy we were talking about? Like some kind of schooling system.
That would be really good. The War Academy, you need 15, I think, for that, or you need some power, 10 power, and 10 wealth, I think. 10 wealth, I think it was 15 altogether. War Academy is pretty good. A lot of people like to go with that.
What else?
Directly to power.
What other besides war? Like maybe something like more academic.
It was a school, but
how about a
school didn't seem to be that
public
great.
library?
I think with the ping that we have, that we're talking over each other a little bit.
Best thing Victoria found that a lot of people find is the toll road. That would be a good one.
What does it do for us?
For 5 wealth, it increases wealth and increases wealth by 1, or what was it? Law by 1.
So basically, for 5 wealth, every month it'll give us additional wealth and law.
If wealth goes up, it goes up by an extra 1, and if law goes up, it goes up by an extra 1.
I see. Okay. So it's basically paying 5 to get more in the long run.
Yes.
So it's an investment. Okay. Well, let's wait until she gets here before we do that. We don't have to decide that today, obviously, because our wealth might change this next month as well.
Do you or anyone else have the Out of Strife Prosperity book?
I do not. I want to get more of the books. Obviously, the ones I had got from Humble Bundle only had like 3 in it. So
don't buy the magic book.
And I get those from. Can I get those? Why? What's wrong with the magic book?
It's because they didn't base that one off Song of Ice and Fire. They just based it off general European magic, so it's pretty much useless. You can't really adapt it.
Okay. All right. So
I hate that magic book.
So these are all on Green Ronin. I could probably get them through drive through RPG, right?
Probably. Yeah, I usually get them.
So look at that, Brett. We just plugged drive through RPG. You know, they could be a sponsor.
Yeah. If only there was more than 4 people watching.
Yeah, right. Well, you know, as time goes on.
Yep.
Get some colorful conflict going.
Yeah. Okay.
Did anyone try direct messaging her?
Try what?
Anyone try direct messaging her on Discord?
She's in Roll20, but she's not in. She's been. I think she just left it on.
Well, maybe she's having trouble.
Okay, I think
she's in Roll20. She's listed as offline. Otherwise, she'd be in here. Maybe we just go on without her, and she can catch up.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Anyway,
We can give her a summary anyway. So let's carry on.
Yeah,
she said
let's scroll up and see what exactly she said here.
She said she was going to be late.
Don't wait for me. Something came up real life. Don't have to puppet my PC if it's too much. Just have her doing something off screen. Wait for her.
Oh, she might not be coming at all.
Something happened in real life. You can scroll up a little bit in the Discord. You can see her message.
Yeah, she said just to put her off doing something.
All right. Well, let's proceed. Go ahead and finish. With what I think you had started with. You were having court.
Okay, Vice Commissioner. I should really consider making these names easier?
Azaloy.
Azaloy, Red Priest. That's what he looks like.
A red priest.
Okay.
Hello, my good lords. I am Azaloy, Red Priest. The night is dark and full of terrors, and I have come to shine my light of Valor upon you, the dark north.
What is that noise? in addition to what you're saying.
Oh, it's probably just me. There's probably something in the background. Okay, what do you guys do?
Well, is there anything that he's asking for, or is he just coming to this area to?
He's coming to this area to spread the message.
I ask.
Spread the message of Valor.
Okay.
So he wants to spread the message of Valor here in North.
Duly noted.
That's the night is dark and full of terrors. Burn people alive, God.
Right.
And also, everyone here is this is the far north, so everyone's extremely into the old god. So your father speaks up. We should not have this heretic in our lands. Guards, escort him out. Do you guys say anything?
Varum kind of just rolls his eyes as soon as he starts talking anyway, so.
I will say, my lord, I say under my breath to the Lord, let's, may I be a bit more diplomatic and escort him out myself.
Very well, Maester. Moving.
So I will get up and I will ask him to follow me, and we'll take a leisurely stroll around, towards the exit. But I want to see what he is wanting to do in the area and how dangerous it would be for him, to advise him how dangerous it would be for him to be here with the people not understanding or not very tolerant of other religions.
Well, my good maester, you're a learned man. I am here because of dark winds are rising in the north. Also, I must spread the word of the Lord, but if I'm not welcome, I shall leave.
This dark wind that you speak of, what do you mean?
I've seen in the flames dead men ride towards the wall, led by pale silhouettes of ice.
That much is true.
Well, we don't know
I've seen
that.
them myself.
Oh,
You're not in the room.
We don't know this. Oh yeah, we left the room. We left the room. So I'm going to say we have heard similar rumors, but just spreading rumors is not going to help anyone at this time.
I understand.
Basically, I'm.
You're a learned man. If you mayhap, should I leave or?
The people, the locals don't believe in other religions.
They do not believe the one true God, the Lord of Light.
Well, as you know, I mean, you being a learned man as well, there are many different beliefs. Up here in the north, they believe in the old gods. In the south, they believe in the seven. Your God is a foreign god to them from across the sea. Why would they start believing in a god that does not even, that no one here even worships?
Very well. I shall take my
And
leave.
as they I do say, if things, these rumors tend to be true, that any wisdom that you can give us would be welcome.
Well, your lord sees me as a heretic, so I shall make myself scared. How I say, I will hang around the village in disguise.
The people would probably not take kindly to
I can make myself
the preachings.
quite invisible. I will not preach. That was not the main reason I came this way.
And if I had use of your wisdom, how would I find you?
Light a fire light a candle in one of the windows of the tower during the setting sun. I shall see it.
Very well. Thank you for your visit. And I'm a bit, me not being from the north, obviously, I have different views than some of the others, but I wish you well, and in the future, maybe we can help each other.
Very well. Goodbye, Maester Marvin.
And then I'm going to walk back.
You don't remember telling him your name. As he walks off.
Okay, well, he got it wrong. He got it wrong anyway, so...
Am I saying your character's name wrong?
So I... Mm-hmm. You said
Maester
Marvin.
Movin.
You said Maester Marvin. And I'm like, no, that's Movin.
Maester Movin there.
He's got the totally wrong guy.
Okay.
So I will then...
Just enough to be a Marvin.
I will then say goodbye to him and then head back towards the court.
The flames are not completely accurate. Second Commissioner.
You make up whatever excuse you want, Brett.
Washington Ike Single Quartel.
Oh lord, it's a big old religious day, isn't it?
Welcome. I'm a Septon who would like to set up a sept. The Lord says, why are all these people coming here trying to start new religions, start new temples? Fuck off! Before I have you hanged. The maester runs out. And the mother's like, your mother, the lady No, he's running out of the castle as fast as his old legs can carry him.
Okay, I was going to say I escort the next person out.
You're probably walking in as he's running out, and you're just like, what?
Third Commissioner, Tom Sweetstrings. Hello, my good lord.
Why is his heart smoking?
Because it's the picture I found.
That's funny. Okay. I'm interested in a bard.
That harp is so high.
He goes, my good lord, I am Tom Sweetstrings, I am a bard of great renown, and I've come to offer my services to you. What do you want in return? Feel free to chime in.
I thought he was going to answer the question of what does he want in return.
I want nothing but room and board.
I say to my father, room and board, that's it. I say to my father that I think that it would help with morale to have him, you know, kind of hanging out in the courtyard, playing on his harp.
Your younger brother walks in. Do you know songs? Do you play the harp as well? Your brother?
Oh yeah, I was just assuming he played the harp, you know. From
No, your little brother also plays.
Yeah.
The harp.
Who does? Who does?
Your younger brother.
My younger brother. Cool. So, I'll say to him that, considering my father's listening to what I'm saying and he's okay with it, I say to him, if it is room and board that you want, then you must play a song for us and show us your talents. And if your talents meet our expectations, then a room and board you shall receive.
Very well.
And you will be expected to, you know, play, you know, in the. I'll explain that after he plays, I guess.
So basically, he wants to freeload for you know, to play music so he can freeload.
Sorry, that was
Well,
not
it'll have
correct.
spirits, won't it? I mean, if he's good. Oh wow! So he did not play well. I'd imagine the little brother laughs at him because he can play better.
Okay, sorry, I forgot to do
I imagine
K.
his harp breaks.
That was an accident. That was an accident.
He rolled a 29.
He actually rolled a 25. He plays a beautiful song. He plays the Bear and the Maiden Fail.
Okay.
While I sing. So, may I stay, my lord?
So, it's ultimately my father's decision, and
Very good, great show. Your mother loves it and says, yes, you haven't had a musician here in years. Maybe you can teach my youngest son. She scruffles his hair. Go hang out with Tom's. Go run off with Tom's Sweetstrings and learn some new songs to play for your mother.
I'm going to whisper into the ear of the Lord. I go, sire, we know nothing of this Tom Sweetstrings. Maybe we should limit his access to the children until we can learn a little bit more about him.
Oh, Mr. Movin, you're being paranoid. He's just a bard.
can Verum roll a perception roll just to, you know, see if he can read his vibe and things?
Go for it.
That would be empathy.
Yep.
Yeah, I would like to make an empathy roll on with him as well. I'm going to ask him a few questions from where he hails and
Right.
and you know, his parentage, things like that, and try to get a feeling for if he has any ulterior motives.
Yeah, good call.
You know, I don't want to just trust the guy, you know, showing up at our door saying, "Hey, let me play with your kids."
What role would that be?
Awareness.
That is empathy. It's under awareness.
If you don't have it, just roll straight awareness.
Awareness. What do you be awareness?
Then just
Roll straight awareness.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he seems to check out.
All right, let me make my roll and see if I believe in him. Awareness, empathy.
Yeah, he seems to check out.
I got a 10 as well.
Yeah.
I'll do so as well.
Man,
I mean, like he's just showing up wanting to stay in the castle, so we need to figure out who the hell
yeah,
this
he
guy
seems to
is.
check
None
out.
of us are doing very well.
He rolls an 11.
Right. So we're all like, he seems okay. As he molests our kids and then,
Yeah,
murders
I
our
think we should
father.
give him a job just, playing in the courtyard.
Something to keep him busy.
I kind of like turn to where like because we're all sitting at the table, and I kind of turn to where oh yeah, Maester Movin sits down at the bottom, but never mind. I kind of turn and say to my father, I guess, yes, I think that we should offer him a job in the courtyard. Limit his access to many things.
Okay,
He seems to
your
check
mother
out,
looks
but
over it, and
we've also maybe
your
check with him where he
there's nothing. Your mother looks over and goes, I know you from somewhere. Ah, yes, my lady. I played at your.
Why did she roll? She rolled athletics.
Oh, that must. Oh,
She rolled athletics.
awareness is also 4, so it was an accident.
She does a somersault. It says, "I know you."
The wildling rolled 18 in awareness, by the way. I think he's having internet problems. He's saying we're choppy, so I don't know if I saw that.
You notice that,
And my 11 was actually a 16.
okay, you notice, this man is quite familiar. He's a notorious, well, he's a very famous bard throughout the Seven Kingdoms, but he got in a bit of, trouble with, how do we say, one of the more, with, House Hightower a few months back. Something to do with deflowering one of, a cousin.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I'm gonna have to message home and find out what exactly happened with this guy.
Oh.
Yes, do that.
But we'll keep him around for now, and I'll find out exactly what happened with him.
Okay.
So I'll finish my statement, to my father about what I said, and then just limit his access to many things.
Do we say, we don't say that out loud? Obviously,
No.
We're basically just kind of after he's gone, we will discuss him.
Your steward says, should I put him at what level of comfort should I give him, my lord?
What are the levels?
Yeah, I mean, obviously
There's the Lord's children, children's rooms, there's the higher courtiers' rooms, there's the nicer parts castle, there's the parts the rooms reserved for lords and lordly guests. There's the extra rooms for courtiers.
I mean, I think we should just let him stay at the inn.
You don't have an inn.
Really. For now, until he proves himself.
There isn't an inn, though.
That's my vote.
That.
Considering as a
I'm pretty sure it would be established what someone of his rank and status, what he can expect, in terms of room and board and such.
Right.
Probably,
we'll give him to what.
Just above a 7.
Well, he's probably a status around 3 to 4. He's not extremely important, but he's a very well-known bard.
Oh, like as status-wise, yeah, probably like a 3 then. If we're talking status.
Okay, you done with this
well,
guy?
we'll put him up. We'll put him up. We'll put him up in an appropriate place, and finish up with him, and then obviously once everyone leaves the court, we will be able to discuss
Final
everything.
commissioner. George Whitaker.
And who's this guy?
Elected captain of the Queen's Bastards.
Okay. Yeah, stop stealing my thunder. I'm George Whitaker. The Queen's Bastards have elected me as their captain, and I do not intend to intrude on the Lord's privilege, my Lord's privilege. Are you highborn, my boy? You don't
Now
not...
this would...
cause only a highborn say my lord instead of me lord. No. Me lord. Do not...
Can we...
Do not lie to me, boy. Okay. He says, yes, my lord. I am one of the houses that was destroyed during Robert's rebellion. Which one, boy? I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Whitaker, since that's the surname.
So he might be of noble birth or something, but he's an orphan now, so and his house is gone. So
yes.
Right.
Now the Queen's Bastards. These were these the kids that the orphans?
Yes, these are your.
Yes.
In the last battle, they gained a large amount of experience. They are your new veteran heavy infantry, and they elected him as their captain.
Okay. So,
my lord.
Not how a feudal system works, but whatever.
Well, he was the best fighter and led most of the Queen's Bastards. He was visibly leading the men during it, so they decided to make him captain. And he was coming to you when they were...
Who's saying this?
Whitaker is saying this. George Whitaker.
So he's tooting his own horn?
Yes.
Or is he just asking for? Is he asking for validation to be captain?
Yes, he's asking for validation to be
Or
captain.
is he just saying like, "What's up?" Oh, well, I was the one that, because I was with the archers, and then I ran over to the Queen's Bastards, so I would have witnessed this, you know.
Roll a memory
Assuming
check.
that's what happened, then I would be able to vouch for him.
Oh, roll a memory check, which is what?
Roll a memory check.
Cunning? Is that cunning?
Yes, it is.
Difficulty 6.
Okay, give me 1 second. Gotta pull this back up. Okay.
You do remember George? he was leading most of the Queen's Bastards. He was fighting quite valiantly.
Alright, well then I'm able to vouch for him.
Since my heir vouches for him, he says kneel, because we cannot have kneel on the ground, my good kneel. And your father says, Valum, can I borrow my sword for a sec?
Of course, father. And I unsheath it.
He pulls out the family's related here. I hereby knight you, Sir George Willem Whitaker, of the bloody fields.
His house.
That is your father, of the bloody fields. Of the battle of the bloody field.
Surely every field is bloody after a battle.
The Lord says,
Not if you poison them all.
says, mayhaps it is, but that is what the men are calling it. That's all the commissioners, and the crier leaves. May we retreat to. Lord Father says, may we retreat to the Soloi to discuss further.
Sounds good.
I'm going to pour myself a big glass of wine and then proceed to where we're going.
There's no
Mr.
wine
Mr. Movin, like
allowed in the
no
hall.
wine.
There's no wine allowed in the hall, in the great hall during court.
Oh, I'll have to wait till we get to Solarium then.
Room. Get to the solo. And Maester Movin, how used are you to pretty much everywhere the Lord goes, there's a dire wolf and a snow bear following them.
Does he have someone that follows the snow bear and the dire wolf picking up their shit?
No, they're very well trained. They don't do that.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, you should probably have someone do that.
Yes.
What a shit job.
Shit in the woods.
Huh.
All right. So, all right. So
There's
we will.
shit in the woods as well.
All right. So I guess we'll retire to the solarium to discuss stuff.
Bye. The solo.
Yes.
Maester, yes. What is it?
I believe I should message Old Town with to the High Towers regarding this Tom Sweet Strings to see exactly his. Well, I wasn't aware of this. So does she tell us what she knows?
Sweet Strings. Yes, the man who deflowered one of the High Towers. Aren't you a High Tower? We're a High Tower.
I was, my lord.
Milady. I'm not.
Many years ago. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, milady. I wasn't sure what voice you were you were going with. Okay, so I say yes, milady. I was once a High Tower and have many contacts there still.
I would suggest you send them a raven about Tom Sweetstrings. They would, not to say that, I don't think, I'm not saying that it's illegal to deflower a lord's daughter. I'm just saying they would probably want to know where he is.
Well, there might be more to the story. There might be more to the story than we are aware.
Yeah, maybe they were in love, and they just other people disapproved.
Maybe he, maybe not only in, maybe has
Maybe so many things. Write and find out.
right.
Things
I will do so.
Yes, let us get to the Solar before.
I will do so immediately after this meeting.
Very well. Okay, you get to the Solar, and you sit down at a long table. Commissioners are done. How goes it with the ruins?
Is he talking to anyone in particular?
Lord, one of the ruins, the old castle. We've been scouting, and there seems to be an infestation of bandits who've infested the castle tower. But has found the research and are aware of what might be there. Very well. They still...
You're breaking up really bad.
I've had that problem with them a while.
Marvin. Mr. Mervin.
I can't hear Virum at all.
At this table.
Brett, you're breaking up really, really bad.
Half.
Yeah, I can hear you guys just fine. I thought it was my internet, but I think it might be his.
Yeah, I think it's his connection.
Yeah.
You've been hearing him pretty well because you've been talking to him back and forth, and I have no idea what I have half idea what he's saying, but you seem to get the full thing.
Yeah.
I'm touching on what he's saying by your answers.
Me too.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't be trying to stream while I'm talking.